Hi. Let's see here. All right. Okay, so let's go. So I'm not sure who's listening, but just take a minute to, I have muted all people who come in. Okay, start without video. Let's take that off. Okay, so hi there, welcome. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join up. We said we start at 7:30, and I'm going to try and keep it as short as we can, but I hope you're all comfortable. I have a cup of tea, so I'm having a cup of tea. I'm going to have my glass of wine after. Oh, I was just thinking maybe it's a bit too not enough bright enough in here. Before the sun was so bright, and it was very very bright in here. Loving that the sun is up longer. So you can see that I've screen shared my PowerPoint for you. So you're welcome to take screenshots if you want, or I can email you the information, or we can get together and talk about it after the class. But yeah, I just thought I would. I thought I would just make sure that we give people a few more minutes to come on board. And I am going to be, this video is going to be recorded. So, and I do have my chat. I'm kind of trying to manage everything. So I feel like I'm at a little bit of like I've got one computer here in front of me that I can see what's happening. And then I've got the other one over here that I need to hang on. Back. Joining. And it is 694. So just hang on a second, everybody. And I do have dogs, so I'm not sure every once in a while. Every once in a while they will bark because they think they hear something. So there we go. We have a few more on here. Welcome everybody. I'm here in Calgary, so I know that we have an out-of-province guest, and it's feeling so springy here that I wore my new spring dress, and I have my flowers here that I bought. These are from Costco, you guys. These are gorgeous. I'm gonna hold, look at them. Aren't they just on fire? They are so beautiful, and I love them to bits. So they're sitting beside me, bringing me some peace as I look outside and I think, okay, there's still snow out there. And anyhow, let me just answer this. Join meeting. It looks like I'm joining the meeting, but I'm really not joining the meeting. So, and I'm going to mute that person, which is me. Okay. All right. Now in the chat, you guys can hear me okay? Can you, I know that I've muted everyone else, but could you go to your chat and just check in and make sure that you can hear me okay? If you wouldn't mind. Yes, awesome, yay! So I'm actually drinking right now a cup of black tea, and I put 1 drop of bergamot in it. So it's like Earl Grey, but it's like Earl Grey on 10, and it's so awesome. So like I said, I'll probably maybe have a glass of wine later after I've got all my nerves gone, but I have in the back, I don't know if you can see my diffuser going right there. I have Valor being diffused. So, okay, you guys, it's 11:34. I just want to wait 1 more minute if we can. I do have a giveaway. So my favorite oil is Citrus Fresh or orange oil. And so at the end of the video, I will have a giveaway. I haven't quite figured out how we'll do that yet. Yes, I do. I know how I'm doing it. But so just join along with me here, and hopefully we have a few more join us. So the great part about doing this video together online is that we all don't have to leave our home, and we can just, you know, just do what we're doing, sitting at home having a drink of wine, and if we, or tea or whatever, and if we have to, we can, you know, get up and leave, and it's convenient. But the sad part is that when we get into opening up this box of goodness, then I can't get you to smell it because we don't have that technology yet. I'm sure it's coming. So hi, we have another friend on here, so make sure you have a cup of tea or a cup of wine, and we're gonna get started. So let's see here, it's 7:35. Okay, so let's get started on the oils. I am going to jump between a little bit of what I've got here on the camera. You guys can all see me too, right? Can you text me and chat and see that you've got your little window and you can see me? I hope you can. And I'm sure this is how it works. I'm trying to make sure. Like I said, I'm new to this and I'm nervous. Okay, good. Thank you. Thanks, Anne. Okay, so this is the starter kit that Young Living has put together, and the reason why I brought it, and we're going to go through the oils in here, is because it's the beginning part of an essential oil journey, and Young Living has put together such an amazing product so that we are able to able to get started and making that health change. So now you can see in the screen share that I have. You can see in the screen share that I have this essential oils, and there's the starter kit there. So we're going to open it up a little bit later, and I'm going to show you through some things here. So I am going to go through this PowerPoint, as well as flip to another screen that I can show you some things. So this is a beginner part. So some of this stuff it may seem overwhelming, all the information that I'm going to give you, but it's actually, once you start using it, you'll start to get the hang of how to use essential oils and what to use them for. So this is a disclaimer. And the reason why is I am not a nurse or doctor, and I don't prescribe, diagnose, heal, cure, or prevent diseases. This is not what I'm here about, but it is information for you. So it's meant for you to be educating yourself, and you can take the information and you can take what you want from it. And all I can tell you is my experience. So I'm sharing my experience. I'm sharing some of the testimonies of people who are in my family and friend circle who have had amazing results with essential oils. So, I'm giving this back to you, that this is your responsibility. So I'm just giving that disclaimer. So if you walk away from here telling someone that I promised I could heal you of something that's not true. Okay, so let's see here. My Young Living story. So I used essential oils. I didn't realize I was using essential oils when I used oil of oregano. So I started using oil of oregano, but I had a friend who passed away. She passed away from breast cancer, and she challenged me on changing my lifestyle because she was looking into health and improving her health. And before she passed away, she challenged me and said, hey, do you know the products that you're using on your body, in your body, the food that you're eating, the things that are around you are just not, there's problems with them. They're for profit. A lot of people are producing things for profit. And so I kind of knew, okay, well, not everything's not good for you, but I did just go in and buy things that I needed or wanted or liked, or the smell of especially. So my Young Living story started when my son was diagnosed, or was given actually a medical prescription for for his face, for his acne. So he's a skateboarder, and he went in because he rolled his ankle. So we went to the doctor to get a referral so that he could go in and get a physiotherapy, because his ankle was not healing properly. And so he walked out of there, and when he came out, he had a prescription for his acne and no referral for his ankle. So it was rather an interesting thing that happened. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on. I've got these red marks on here. I don't know how that happened. So anyhow, he went in for acne, or for his ankle, came out with a prescription for acne for Accutane. Well, if you've done any sort of research into Accutane, it's a terrible drug that can really affect your digestive system and your liver, and it can really affect the innards of your body. And it's really not healthy at all. It's very expensive. And so my son did some research on the drug because, again, like I said, we were at the time looking into, not using chemicals as much as we could. We'd remove them from our shampoos. We'd remove them from our toothpaste, our deodorant. And so he researched, and he came back to me. He said, well, frankincense, Mom, it's frankincense oil that will help with my acne. And I was like, no, I think that was only when Jesus was around. I'm not really sure if frankincense is around now. And then lo and behold, we're at Co-op, and you can find them everywhere now. There's frankincense. And so we bought a little bottle of frankincense, and I've kept it because, well, he ran out of that stuff, but I've kept a similar brand that he would not go back to because we tried every other brand and he would only use Young Living brand. A friend of ours sold Young Living and gave us a sample and gave us a bottle to try. So that's how I started using Young Living. Is my 17-year-old at the time would not use anything but Young Living on his face, and that's how he fought his, or dealt with things with his acne. So there is a proverb that says, there is oil in the house of the wise. And that is in an ancient proverb that comes from the Holy Bible. And so they're not talking about, I live in Alberta, and they're not talking about the oil that comes from the ground. We're talking about they use these plants as healing. This is the way they use themselves to heal themselves. So they used essential oils. And so what is an essential oil? Well, it's a substance derived from plants, all different parts of the plants. It contains the natural smell and the characteristic of the plant. So basically, it has the constituents, it's the healing blood of the plant. So it's primarily extracted through steam distillation, and they're very potent. And they're volatile, which means they're very smelly. So they smell right away. Once you open a bottle, you can smell it right away. And they're very versatile. So they do a lot of jobs. And every oil has certain characteristics or better things that it's better at, but they all are very versatile. So I'm just going to skip over this real quick because it's a little bit more nerdy. And I like the chemistry of oils, but we're going to keep this because I have some other things I want to show you too. So why do they work? Real quickly, the first two top points, we share the organic chemistry with a plant. So carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So when we put a oil on our skin, it goes into our skin, and what it does in the plant, it mimics in our body. So we share the biochemistry. So when we apply them to our body and they get into our bloodstream, they start to work and they start to look for anything that's not right within our cellular structure. So it's totally amazing. And these are just some constituents that are found in there. I really love it. I think it's cool. So again, how are they? So one of the ways that you use an essential oil is by inhaling. So when you inhale, this is what it does. It goes straight into your olfactory bulb. It goes into your system, and it's wired to the limbic system. So you can see on the slide here that why a smell affects us is because it's wired to the emotional center of the brain. So this is kind of how it works when you inhale them. So that's one, the aromatherapy of oils, the therapy that comes from smelling. And then topically, so you can apply it to your skin. You can see here I want to point to the screen, but you've got your screen in front of you. So you apply it to the skin using different methods. It gets into your bloodstream, and then it goes into your system. So these are just a few of the systems that are available. So, okay. Now, history. So again, this is not new. All these things are not new. So we don't have, someone's writing on my PowerPoint. This is not new. We're actually returning back to our forefathers and back to the pure medicine. This is where all medicine started. So this is something that we are, yes, that's just what we're going back to, what we, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, what we all should be using. So how to use essential oils? Well, I told you a few ways. Aromatically, and you can just take a drop. So I've got that little diffuser there, so I want to show you. This is one of the diffusers. This is the one that's in the back behind me. And as I wrestle this box open, these diffusers from Young Living are guaranteed, and they have a warranty on them. So if something should happen, which I haven't had that happen, this is what it looks like. And all you do is you pop it open. It's got a second little tent, and you can see inside here it's got a little red marker. That's the water level. You don't go above that. And then there's a little ionizer in the bottom there. So that ionizer will turn the water into vapor and draw the oils into the water, and then the vapor brings the oils up into the air, and that's how it gets into your nasal system, lymphatic system, and then into your bloodstream. So that's a handy way to diffuse at night. If you look at my diffuser, it's got a blue glow on it. You can also use it without any color or any light. And so while you're sleeping, you can diffuse some lavender at night and will help you sleep. So diffusing, we just went through this, so let's just move along. Direct inhalation. So this is one where you would take orange even, or what do I have here? Valor. So I have Valor. This is the one I'm diffusing. Valor is so wonderful. So you would just literally just smell it in front of you, or you would take a drop and you just, the essential oil bottles have a little centerpiece, which is the air hole, and then in the lid, there's a little teeny tiny hole that when you tilt the bottle just to the side, I don't know if you can see this, you'll just get one drop. So I have one drop of Valor. It's got blue tansy in it. And I'm just gonna rub my hands together and inhale. Now she's not putting it over her nose, but like I could shove this up my nose. Valor is so wonderful. So I'm going to finish that off by just putting that on. And for the next 20 minutes, I'll have this all over in my hands, and I'll be able to smell it all the time. Then here's some other ideas. Some cotton balls in your car or home, work, or heating vents in a fume pipe. So this is something that I'm just shamelessly plugging. It's my son's business, and they just launched this. It's a way to get essential oils directly into your bloodstream through inhalation. And they have just launched it. So you can look that up. It's www.fumepipes.com. And they have a special going on right now. So they get $10 off of fume pipes. Plus there's also perfume, essential oil necklaces and pendants. And you can also, you don't want to put oils into boiling water. That's way too strong for them, and it changes them molecularly. But you could put them into steam, so the steam could get them into the system. Okay, so let's go on here. Our direct application is the next way. So inhalation through the air, direct application. So you would apply an oil like this comes in the starter kit, Panaway, directly to any aching, sore, muscles, post-workout, pre-workout, and just it's a great, anything that has to do with any sort of strains. And you would apply that directly, probably using a carrier oil. And I'll tell you what a carrier oil is in just a second. Well, right here, right now. These are terms that you'll hear when people are talking about essential oils. So if you're online or looking on Pinterest and they tell you to use an oil neat, it means just the essential oil. So lavender is an essential oil from Young Living that is it's so calming, and it's so what's the word now? I can't even think of the word. You don't need to use a carrier oil. It's so you're able to use it without with a carrier oil. It's so nice and easy on a body, all ages too. Diluted just means you mix it with a carrier oil. So it doesn't mean it's less than, it's not as effective. It just means you're slowing down the how fast it absorbs into your body. And hot means it's an oil that is feels a little bit different when you apply it topically. So wintergreen or peppermint, thieves can be a little bit hot because of the cinnamon in there and the clove. So those are oils that feel a little bit different when you use them. So they would definitely have to be diluted with children and pets. So carrier oil, that's just what you would use. Any other oil that doesn't, it's not an essential oil. So a fatty oil like olive, almond, coconut, grapeseed, or avocado, those are just a few examples. But make sure it's a good quality organic oil, one that, because if you're going to be applying it to your body, you don't want to go into and getting a canola, low B grade oil. That's just not helping defeating the whole purpose. So I just quickly want to show you some VitaFlex foot charts. So these applying oils to your feet is so effective, and it's so great because if you don't like an oil, perhaps the smell of it, applying it to your feet is a good way to get it as far away from you as you can. So these are just areas of the foot that you could apply to. And really when I'm applying thieves, I apply a thieves oil, which we'll go over in just a second, at the bottom of my feet every night, and it's proactively keeping my immune system boosted and helps me be able to go through the whole winter without any, I've had no major cough or cold or flu symptoms. So it's just, it pounds it away just like that. But the foot's the best way to have it, to apply an oil. And then other, topically, like just on with a massage, right on the boo-boo or on a sore back. Now, there are oils that are generally regarded as safe for ingestion. Now, that is only Young Living oils. Young Living has a specific brand that is a specific line that has been okayed. Now, just because it's okay by the government doesn't mean it's a great thing, but we do have permission by the government. I'm just going to grab one. So we do have permission by the government to, so the bottle looks a little bit different, okay? So this is orange, and then this is orange. Now, the oil's not different, okay? It's still cold pressed from organic orange peels, but this is given permission by the Canadian Food and Food Agency that we can tell you that you can drop this into your tea, or you can put it into a veggie cap and you can ingest it. So that's the difference. So you can ingest oils, but again, this is Young Living only. This is specific to Young Living. I would not ingest any brand that you see in the mall, drugstore. Costco, for goodness sake, has oils. So that is very specific. Oops, sorry. Okay, and that leads me to what? Isn't this little orangutan so cute? Not oils, all oils are created equal. And that is very important to know. And I did find that out on our own, because it wasn't that Jaren, we ended up finding frankincense oil at Co-op down at Creekside in Northwest Calgary. And we used it, and then it didn't, then we tried another brand, and then when my friend gave me frankincense from Young Living, when we finished that, he wouldn't go back. And I went to the Planet Organic, Community Health Foods, I bought their organic brands. I said, could you please just try these ones? And he said, no, they don't work as well. My acne's coming back. So I asked my friend, why is this different? Well, Young Living is the world leader in essential oils. He is responsible, Gary Young is responsible for bringing this whole phenomenon back. So he's been working in the industry. He used his research in trying to heal himself to be able to walk again. He was in a logging accident. And he looked into alternative therapies, and he ended up in France and learned how to distill oils. So this is a lavender farm, but it's not in France. It's the one in Utah. Beautiful, beautiful farm. I've been to this farm, and you can walk around the farm. They let you go wherever you want to go. And in fact, they tell you to put your boots on and get your gloves on and start hand weeding. So everything is done organically and to the best possible way of farming to get the best out of the plant. So they have a mission statement, and the mission statement is that we honor our stewardship to champion nature's living energy, which is essential oils, by fostering a community of healing and discovery while inspiring individuals to wellness, purpose, and abundance. And it's true. So since I've been using Young Living oils, they have inspired me to make a difference and improve my wellness, my health and wellness. And it's given me a purpose, because now I feel like everyone should have these oils. Going back to that proverb, there's oils in the house of the wise. Well, who does not want to be wise? I want to be wise. So they have quality from seed to seal. Now there's things on the internet you may read about, and that's fine. You can choose what you want to believe, but I've been there, and I know I've heard from the top down all through the different levels of management there, and this is what they stand by: the seed to seal guarantee. So they choose the seed, they cultivate, they distill, they test their products, and when they're done, and then they put their seal on them. So what you get in the bottle, it's not a cookie cutter, chemical laced, same smell all the time, guaranteed, chemical infused, alcohol infused oil. It's pure. This will be orange oil. There's nothing else in here. You're not getting alcohol or a carrier oil with it. Some of the blends do have a carrier oil, but that's on the label. But you will get anything that's a pure, like Copaiba. You're just getting that oil. There's not a carrier in here, so you're not getting 100% Copaiba oil in the carrier oil. They have farms around the globe. So you can see, look here, the top left-hand one is in Oman, and that's where they get frankincense. And then the top right-hand is the Northern Lights Black Spruce Farm, which is in Fort Nelson, BC. You're welcome to go by there anytime. The other lavender farm, this one that's pictured here, is from, I believe, in Idaho. And then same with the farm. They've got 3 in Idaho and a few in Oregon and Utah. So they promise to families that all our products are going to be free in synthetic chemicals and of unmatched purity. So it's a promise to you, and it's a reflection also of their global stewardship. So what does that mean? They're not going to farm farms. They're not going to farm product and deplete the forest. So for example, sandalwood is usually grown in India. It's one of the most popular incenses that is burned out there, but it's also one of the crops that is being over-farmed. And so Young Living has bought a sandalwood farm in Australia in order to make sure that the world supply of sandalwood does not diminish, and they will not use that tree until it's over 30 years old. And there were some conditions to it, like they have certain conditions before they'll start using the plant. Okay. Anyone have any questions? You can type a question in here if you want. I'll try and answer it. We might have to pause it as we go, but type in a question into the group chat if you have one. I'm pretty good at juggling, although you don't really want to see it right now. Okay. Here are the common oils. So lemon, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, Northern Lights Black Spruce, RC, which is these are the blends on the right-hand side. Just want to say hi. Hi. Okay. So I'm opening up this kit. It's a beautiful kit. It comes in this beautiful box. And I'm just going to pull out this little tray that you can bring out. And so these are the oils in the kit. You can see them here. And Northern Lights Black Spruce is a bonus oil that you also get in the kit. So actually you get 11 oils in the kit and the diffuser that I showed you. And so we're just going to go through the oils here, and we are going to just give you some ideas of how to use them. So, lemon. Now, if we were in class together, I would pass this lemon around, and I'd invite you to take it out and smell it. And oh, you just want to, you're going to want to eat it. So I use lemon, we use lemon for everything, a lot of things. We use it in our business for taking care of stain removal. So I'll tell you what we do here. So it's a cold pressed from the rind. The active ingredient is limonene in it. And it takes 75 lemons to make one 15 ml bottle of lemon essential oil. It's kind of cool. And here are some ideas for you. So you can add a drop of lemon because it is a vitality oil. Sorry, it's an oil that you can ingest. So you can add it to your water, and it's a great detoxifier. So if you're needing to, you know, cleanse a little bit after a weekend of too much eating or visiting, or our holidays are coming up at the end of this month, so maybe you might want to use some lemon oil in your water for that. Oopsie. And we have a degreaser. So if you look at if you put a drop in your soapy water, it'll help degrease. It also freshens laundry. That poor girl there in this thing has gum stuck in her hair, and she can get that taken out with lemon oil, no problem. And Jaron started using lemon oil when he was working on his acne. So he would apply it, and then he had acne that ruptured, so it did sting, but he applied frankincense after that, and then he stopped using lemons once they went down. And then there's dill and lemon together. So if you add lemon oil to sour cream and mayonnaise and add some fresh vegetables, spring is coming up, and it's an amazing vegetable dip. It's so fresh when you add, and actually Young Living has the dill oil too. But you can add them to that and make it a great vegetable dip. I use lemon oil when I cook lamb, or when you're adding flavoring to any food, but you add it at the end because you don't want to cook the oils away, right? So that's how I cook it. And also, it's great to help for curbing appetite. This girl here has got her thumbs up because it's a great emotional uplifting scent, so it'll make you feel happy. Great one to diffuse in the dead of winter, and it's also good for cough and cold. And if you mix it together, when this spring seasonal air is very hard on some people's breathing systems, so applying lemon with lavender and peppermint. You might want to take a minute and write that one down, those three: lemon, lavender, and peppermint together. Diffusing them will help with that springtime air that people find it very hard to breathe in. Okay, so lavender. Again, lavender for Young Living is actually from, now I'm not going to say this right because I'm not Latin, but Lavandula augustifolia. And it's known as a true lavender. So a lot of lavender is one of the oils that you will find is actually one of the most chemically produced scent that there is. So when you get lavender at a store, a lavender oil, or lavender scented anything, so say it's a dryer sheet or laundry soap, you are not going to be getting essential oil in it. I can guarantee you that, because they can produce this scent in a lab. And it's much more cost effective to do it that way. And I'm going to show you after the reason why you don't want those scents. And actually it's detrimental and it's worse for you. but this is true lavender, and it's again, each bottle, each batch of Young Living lavender is going to be different because they're not chemically produced cookie cutter oils. They definitely are very different. And so you might get a slight variance in the smell each time, but it's an amazing smell that is not like the Mall brand smell. And it's very powerful, so you'll need 1 or 2 drops. So here are some of the things you can use it for. Again, the seasonal allergy. It's part of the trio for the seasonal breathing. It's great for dry skin. So if you have eczema, anything like that, you can use it on directly. So again, it's very mild, as I was saying in the beginning. It's very mild, very calming. So you see here this young man, you know, just, you don't want to give your kids something that you know, like someone joked one time and said, I said, oh, your kids go to bed so well. And he's a nurse. He was a nurse at the a university hospital in Saskatoon. And he said, oh, it's probably the gravel I give my kids. And I was just like, what? Didn't he go that? I'm just joking. So, but this is, you don't want to do that. You want to give them natural herbal things. He's pulling my legs. So on any scrapes or anything skin related will help. It's burn, so sunburn. This is amazing. So I wanted to show you this. Like, it's very, this is not like advertising, like Hollywood style. This is something I made. Even the label's all worn, but it says summer sunscreen bar. I made this last summer, and I have it now. I don't have it carried around because I'm very down to the very bottom, but I made it myself. It has lavender in it and other ingredients. I can give you the recipe if you're interested. But this bar has lasted me this long, and I also use it for my skin. So not only is it good for sunscreen, but it's good to just apply to my skin. But if you have a dry spot somewhere, you know, on your elbows, it smells wonderful. It's got organic ingredients in it. Nothing but what I put into it is in there, so I know exactly what's in it. And I'm just finishing it off now. So we're coming into spring. I'll be making a new batch, and we'll be, hopefully it'll last all the way through again too, till next year. So, and lavender is good for your hair, so dandruff. This lady's not very calm, and we would have to douse her in lavender. And so smelling, anything to do with odors, brightening your laundry. So we put lavender or purification or lemon. Lately I've been putting Citrus Fresh in our laundry on our wool balls. And it's great. Lavender is great for anything related to children because it's a very calm and mild oil. It's not very strong at all. So this insect is on here because if they happen to kiss you a little hard, you might want to apply lavender, and it will help take the sting of their love away. Peppermint. So let's see here. Okay, peppermint. So again, it's through steam distillation. Peppermint is in here. These are some of the uses. So an appetite suppressant. You can use it for nausea. You can use it for headache. Is the most common one. So now I have done 3 wedding fairs in the last 3 months. So from September, January, and February, I did a wedding fair, and we did a side-by-side smell test with the Mall brand peppermint and Young Living peppermint. And there is not one person, I can say that, and I have people who work the booth with me. We did not have one person choose the Mall brand at all. I even thought that for the next fair that I do, I'm going to cover both bottles up, because then that way they can't choose Young Living. I'm just going to cover both bottles up and just let them smell. So, so you can, again, if you're going to use peppermint and carry it around in your purse instead of carrying around, ibuprofen or something like that, then make sure you're going to put a good quality oil on your body. So you're not your body doesn't have to fight the chemicals that you're putting on. And you only need a little bit. So peppermint's one of those oils that's it can be hot, so you don't need a lot. We've had a lot of weather changes here in Calgary, and I've used peppermint a lot. We use a lot in our family. That's, I think, the biggest oil that we use, because we have for fresh breath. So we just put a drop on our tongue and swish it around. My boys, I have 4 boys, and 3 of them are teenage, older, graduated, and they work out. And so when they work out, they use that fume pipe, and they use peppermint because peppermint actually can enhance oxygen getting to your bloodstream and therefore increase your workout. Helps you focus. So here are some other ideas. Focus. Helps, again, it's part of that seasonal discomfort when the spring air is blowing. And indigestion or nausea, like I said, fever, it can help with that, and freshen your breath. So I kind of gave you those ideas already. Frankincense. So frankincense is the kingpin of all oils. So when in doubt, use frankincense. Really, like, you can't go wrong with using frankincense. It's an amazing oil. It was given to Jesus, so it has to be worth some value, like those kings gave him that. And here we go. It's a gum. It's actually not distilled through the leaves or trees, but through the gum and the resin. And did you know that in ancient times, frankincense was more valued than gold? It's true. They were. So here we have, these are the uses for frankincense. So any frankincense applied to any muscles, so stiffness, soreness. You can apply frankincense for cough or cold to a throat. Frankincense helps to relieve depression. So if you're not feeling happy, it can. I have a friend of mine who just had her 3rd child, and they spent 1 month in Mexico. And you would think, like, you're in Mexico, you have her family was there, but she just suffered from postpartum depression, which she did not affect her in her first 2 pregnancies. So she was very caught off guard by it. And she said it wasn't until she opened a bottle of frankincense and took a whiff that she kind of just went, oh. And I'm not saying everyone, again, like I said, I'm not saying this is going to be the same result for everyone, but these are things that can help with. And then I just found this picture, in the middle there, the one that says regulated cell growth and uncontrolled cell growth. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Now, if you go do your research and you search up frankincense oil and, abnormal cell growth, and I'm not going to say the word, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. You can do research, and there's a lot of research being done with regards to this. And of course, it's an alternative therapy, and people are always going, well, we're not sure about the alternative health, and they don't want it to succeed and don't want to say it's, possible to use. There is a place for everything, but we have seen results with this and frankincense in all areas. So I'm just throwing that out there. Again, blemishes. So Jaron, this was part of his facial acne protocol. I've got a skin tag on here above in the middle there. That girl's got a skin tag right there on her mole. I'm not picking my nose, by the way. It kind of looks like I was picking my nose, but I'm not. And frankincense is great in skincare products. So if you have, like I use Young Living's brightening cream, and then I add patchouli to it every day and frankincense. So it's really helpful for smoothing the skin and wrinkles. It's just wonderful. Okay, copaiba. This is, I know I'm not saying it right because I'm not Spanish, but this is an amazing oil, and I encourage every single one of you to try this oil for what it was known for. So it comes from the resin as well, and it comes from the Amazon rainforest, and that 500 tons of copaiba oil are produced in the Amazon rainforest every year. So, of course, Young Living is going to source that ethically and properly, and they have worked with the locals, and so the locals know that this oil is amazing, and what it's amazing for is it's got beta-carotene in it. Now, if you don't know what that is, you might have heard another oil that's been talked about in the news a lot, and that is CBD oil or cannabis oil. So the reason why cannabis oil is being talked about, because it does actually have amazing pain relief qualities in the oil. So when you extract the oil from a cannabis plant, but you can also, depending on how they do it and how they market it, because I've looked a little bit into this, there's THC, and the THC is what causes the hallucinogenic effects that you get when you use that CBD oil, right? Not all CBD oil has that. But here's the interesting thing is that I'm going to move ahead to the next one. The beta-carotene in copaiba, just right there, you'll see the chemistry in there, actually has the same properties as the CBD oil. So, but you don't get the hallucinogenic effects. So you can use copaiba for anything that related to pain issues. Again, so it is one that is generally regarded as safe for ingestion. And I have if you'd like to hear more testimonies from two different families, personal friends of mine whose families have been helped by this, you can private message me and I'll tell you about that. But let's go back to what it's good for. So any muscles she's squeezing her neck muscles, you can apply it there. Good for insect bites. It's a great little tea. Apply it directly to inflammation. For any indigestions, any back pain, any issues that you might have related to that, pains or aches or things like that. And she's also, this girl over here in the top left-hand corner is biting her nails because she's nervous, so it can help bring some peace and calming to that too. Okay, any questions? Type in the group chat here if you have any questions. Just go ahead. We're gonna zip it up here a little bit. Okay. Thieves oil, this is Young Living's proprietary blend, an amazing oil. No house should be without this. No family should be without this. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, this is what you need. Cough, cold, flu, all the way. Someone told me about this years ago, and I was like, Thieves, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And I kind of blew it off. If nothing else, you go out and order yourself a bottle of Thieves. I'll help you with that today. But this is what every family should have. It's a blend of these oils: lemon, eucalyptus, rosemary, cloves, cinnamon. These are the, hang on here. These are the things, you can get Thieves Cleaner. Young Living has an amazing line of Thieves infused products. So because it has amazing support for immune systems, so you can make cleaners for it. Here's what I use. It looks kind of cloudy. It's so diluted because you only need a little bit. So you buy this household cleaner that's in the picture there, take a little teeny tiny bit and you spray it in this bottle. And then this is what I keep in my shower. And after every shower we do a little spray around, and helps keep the shower clean. It helps to remove unwanted odors, and you can also, it's safe for pets and children. So you can have, I know there's lots of essential oil things going out there with the dangers of pets, but again, it does matter what kind you use and what brand you use, because pets are not into chemicals, and that's what they're reacting to. But I can use Thieves, and my dogs can walk around on their pads and have no issues. So they're powerful, non-chemical, toxic-free products. So there's cleaners, there's toothpaste, there's dish soap, hand soap, laundry detergent. It's all there. So Thieves is great for anything related because of the clove in there, to your teeth, your lips, cough and cold, like I said, cleaning, I'm kind of going through all of these. It can help with headaches. It can help with smoking cessation. So if you have someone who's trying to quit smoking, if they took a drop and put it on the roof of their mouth, every time they have an urge, that will help them. You can put a drop in your toilet roll, and every time someone uses that toilet roll, you know what they're using it for, usually. It will help with odor, killing odor in the washroom. And then again, you can spray it as a cleaner. So I make my own, that's what I make my own little spray bottle in the kitchen. So this is what I spray my counters with. We use it for a lot of things. Digize, anything related to the digestive system. So if you look at these oils, that's really what's going on. And so anything related to digestive system, if you don't like it, the smell of it, because some people don't, again, you can apply it to the bottoms of your feet or on your belly button. It'll have the same effect, or directly apply it on your belly. So this, again, it's helping your digestive system be able to absorb, to function properly. And this guy who's plugging his nose, because it actually helps with flatulence. So if you have gas and you have like a wedding, you're in a wedding party, or you're volunteering at your kid's school, or you're at work and you had something that gives you gas, you need Digize. Every purse should have peppermint and Digize, 2 oils, all the time. Yes, so that's what it helps with. Nausea. Children, if they don't like it, you can apply it on their bellies. My niece's kids stopped just like that, any sort of nausea. Purification, anything stinky. Do you have sports equipment? If you have yoga mats, or if you have, hockey equipment, anything to do with working out or smelly stuff. I have dogs, so I use a little bit of this on their bed spray. Just a little bit, again, it's very diluted. I make a little spray with a little bit of witch hazel, and this is what we use. Also, now that spring and summer is here, we're going to have issues with outdoor pests. Great oil to have. It does have citronella in it. Purification is good if you have an earache, you can apply it, or a sore throat. It helps with the skin. We use it in our laundry basket. So I'm going to quickly finish off with these 2 other oils. Then I want to show you an app I'm going to screen share on my phone here. But Panaway. This is great for workout, you guys. Look at, she's getting a massage. She's getting her husband to massage her, or whoever. But these oils, Helichrysum is an amazing oil, and it's great to apply after physical activity. You can dilute it with a carrier oil. Digize is amazing. Yes, it is. Works very fast. So apply 1 or 2 on the temples, back of the neck, or forehead. You can use as a compress, or like along the spine. And again, anything related to strains and aches and pains. It smells like root beer. It's so wonderful. I'm going to smell it right now. It's the wintergreen in there. My kids use it a lot because, again, like I said, they work out. So we make our own little roller balls and carry them in our purse or in their back pockets or in their cars. RC, you can notice that there's 3 different kinds of eucalyptus oils in this blend. This one has to do with respiratory congestion. So it's a great one to apply with a bit of coconut oil on your chest if you're having trouble breathing from cough or cold. It's a great one to diffuse while you're working out. So look at these women here are working out. This is me this year, you guys, right there. Any sinus issues, and again, I've got all these people so you can take a look at the different things that, your nose, your throat, inhaling with some steam. Northern Lights Black Spruce. This one is wonderful. It smells so great diffused. It brings grounding, very peaceful, great as a cologne for a young man or an older man. It's the first oil that was distilled here in Canada. And it's great for your skin, migraines or headaches. relaxation, just brings a real calming feeling to it. So, okay. Now, before we finish off there, I'm just going to leave these calming pictures up here. I'm going to change my screen share. Just give me 1 second here. And I want to show you why it's important to, let's see, new share. Hang on a second, you guys. I want to show you an app here. So y'all can see it now. Just a second here. It's going to show up. Okay. Think Dirty. Healthy Living or Think Dirty, either one. But I started with Think Dirty. So I'm going to show you this app. Now, why it's important that you, I'm clicking on it from my laptop. This is what it looks like. Now, it's got a funny name to it, Think Dirty, I know. But you know that most women put so much, we use skin products, we use beauty products from the you know, before we even leave the house, we've got, we wake up and we're doing, you know, having a shower, we've got shampoo, we've got conditioner, then we put creams on, then we put makeup on. And do you know by the time we leave the house, we can have up to over 300 different chemicals, depending on our products, already into our bloodstream. They're already into our system. Then our body starts to say, okay, I've got to work on this again today. And then we wonder why we're sick and cold and not improving our health rather than, and improving our health is a lot of ways. So it doesn't, I don't just mean that you're skinny and muscular and you can run a marathon, but I mean feeling healthy, feeling like you have energy and feeling like you are able to, you know, like I said, the cough and colds are going around and people are like laying out flat and they're wondering why. Well, because your body's continually fighting these things. So I'm just going to go through some of, I mean, you can go through here and they tell you all these different products that you can have. And so I'm just going to show you some of the things that I scanned that were in my home. So, and I've kept them now because now they're part of my class. So this is obviously taking a little while to load. Okay, so this, I just was cleaning out my bathroom. I was cleaning everything out. And look at, so I found this Vichy Normaderm's Acne Prone Skin Purifying Astringent. I tell you, this is not mine. I think one of my boys, I think Jaron left this in there. And I don't know how come he had it because I don't know why. Maybe he thought he still needed some help. And so then I bugged him about it. Now, if you look at, it's got a dirty meter. So if you look at, it says carcinogenicity. So what's that? That tells you how bad and how dirty it is. So look at the perfume, you guys. The perfume is 7. And and so when you click on the perfume on the ingredient, this is what it comes up with. Usage. Health impacts, possible carcinogen, possibly allergic reactions, allergy. Do you know that I can tell people when they are using those dryer sheets that are full of scent products? I can't even be by them. And I don't know why people use that scent. Well, we're told to because we want the smell of fresh spring rain out of our laundry. But you're not getting the smell of fresh spring rain. You're dying. You're getting another nail in your coffin, people. Okay, another one here. Johnson's baby powder. Now this one I can bring up because it's in the news. Like, look at this one, Johnson & Johnson. Now, I don't know if you heard, but a couple months ago, there were, it was in the news that Johnson & Johnson had to pay out. They lost a class action lawsuit. So this is the second time they've lost a class action lawsuit against them with regard to health products. So take a look at the ingredients. Okay, half and half. So we've got talc in there and we've got fragrance, and they're all of these ingredients are rated a 7. So let's just take the talc. Okay. Health impacts: respiratory and skin irritation, possible ovarian cancer, carcinogen, possibly carcinogen. So low concerns if under concentration restrictions. So in other words, here's the update. Johnson & Johnson loses 3rd lawsuit, asked to pay $70 million to a California plaintiff. $72 million. Damages of a family of a woman whose death from ovarian cancer was linked to her use of the company's talc-based baby powder and shower-to-shower for several decades. Do you know, I was at that wedding fair in January, and I ran up with a lady who still uses Johnson & Johnson, and she had ovarian cancer. She goes, oh, I'm a survivor of ovarian cancer. And I'm like, well, let me tell you about Johnson & Johnson. And she's like, no, I use it all the time. I'm like, not anymore. You're not going to use that. So she switched. So, okay, all this to scare you into using essential oils? No, I'm not telling you to, I'm not scaring you. I'm just telling you, hello, this is out there. This is not, they're not going to run and tell you this, folks, because this is their money. Okay, I'll obviously scan them. Let me see. Let me wait for these pictures to download here. So the Body Shop, Coconut Body Butter, Banana Boat, UV. This is the you know, it's supposed to be good for your kids. It's a bit the sport. Now you can see the picture of it. Use mine. It's cheaper and you won't get cancer from using it. I'll show you how to make it. You can make your own. People, your friends will want them. And it works. So here's the ingredients again. So we've got all these ingredients that are not good for you, and but yet we're going to put this on our kids, and we're going to reapply it several times a day so they don't get burned, because we don't want them to get burned. So benzophenone 3 is an organic chemical used in sunscreens to filter UV rays as a penetration enhancer, helping other chemicals penetrate the skin. Possible carcinogen. So, and then they also have the sources on here too. So you're not just, you know, oh, who said that? Well, they're telling you where they get it from. So I wanted to show you that because it's important to know. So you can download this app. I can't remember if it's free or not, but I'll tell you most of the products that you scan, the biggest problem will be the scent in it. So if I could show you a way to use essential oils to change up your household ingredients and use every day, then would you do it? Right? Would you not do it? I think you would do it. So I'm going to screen share myself another thing. I'm just going to look. You can look at this, and I'm going to pull up one other thing here I wanted you to look at. So you're going to get this starter kit, and you're going to open the starter kit up, and you're going to say, well, what am I going to do with this starter kit? And you're going to say, well, I'm going to get you to look at this. Hang on a second here. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to show you how you can use your oils throughout the day. So again, look at this fragrance. You see the fragrance? Let's click on the fragrance. And it's the fragrance that is the highest, the biggest thing wrong with it. There it goes. So when we scroll down, we see the health impacts, and I can't even walk through some of, there's the one Shoppers Drug Mart, I think it is, they have the fragrance that you have to walk in through their cosmetic section, and the fragrance kills me in there. I do not, no, I can't go in there anymore. I don't even want to go in there. Okay, so I want to pull up one other window here. Let me just pull this up. Hang on, sorry. Take some time to drink your tea now, or your wine, and then I'll show you what I wanted to show you. Okay. Now I'm going to switch this screen share. Okay. So new share, hang on, I'm going to switch my screen. Did it switch? No. I think I did it wrong. Here we go. There we go. All right. Okay, so here's the starter kit, and you're looking at this and you're going, okay, how do we switch this? What do we switch it up, and why would I use it every day? Well, I'm going to show you these are different ways. So these are the oils that are in this starter kit, and we're going to just wrap it up here. So here's some ways. So in the morning when you wake up, you will diffuse lemon oil and RC, even in your bathroom or your bedroom while you're getting ready. And it helps bring motivation, adds a bit of energy, energizing to your day. And then by 8 o'clock, before you leave for work, you are going to, now I do this at the end of the night. I actually apply it and let my body absorb it during the day, but either is fine. You can apply thieves at the bottom of your feet. So these will help you boost your immune system and keep you well all day long, especially if you travel. Especially if you are using public transit or you're out in the public, if you work, if you go to a public gym, anything like that to keep yourself healthy. This will be proactive, so it'll help you. So cough and cold tip, feeling a tickle in your throat, diffuse powerful thieves blend to help fight symptoms, and dilute and apply RC to the chest and throat to help soothe and clear stuffiness so you can breathe better. So if you have a prayer time or meditation, black spruce is awesome for that. So an oil will smell a little bit different when you're applying it to your body because it combines with your body chemistry, and then when you diffuse it. So I love Northern Lights black spruce, but I love it diffused. I like it a little bit better. So it helps with comfort and bring confidence. At 1 o'clock, say you went out for lunch with a friend and you ate things you weren't supposed to eat, or perhaps you just, Wing Wednesday tomorrow, if you're going out for Wing Wednesday, Digize will help with any digestive discomfort. You can also apply add peppermint to it. 3 o'clock, peppermint will help you give some added, I call it the peppermint pick-me-up. So if you just take a little bit of peppermint, inhale it, it'll just give you that extra summer's coming up. We use peppermint to help cool off. I have a spray. We do baseball, so we're out on the hot diamond. A little bit of spray behind the neck cools you off. 5 o'clock, most people do a workout before they come home, or they go to work out to the gym after. Copaiba, Panaway applied to tired muscles for a post-workout massage. Smells wonderful. And then 8 p.m., if you're running home and you order dinner, you could take out dinner smells. So these are just some little ideas to give you with regards to how you would use oils. So the best way to use oils is to have them out and about. So I have a drawer in my kitchen. I've got oils in my bathroom. I've got them in my purse, and I actually use them. So when you're getting ready for bed and you need to add some radiance to your skin, just add a few drops of frankincense to your face cream or your body lotion. It just gives you a calming sense. So just even smelling it, I like to have it on my hands, and I kind of sleep like this a little bit so the smell comes up. And then diffusing at night helps, or taking a bath. Children, if they're having a hard time calming down, you can actually give them a lavender bath with a little bit of Epsom salts, and it will help them just calm down enough that they can get relaxed. So you can also do it on your pillowcase, a drop, or in your diffuser at night. So the diffusers that I showed you, that one in the back, that's still going. It goes for about 4 hours and it automatically shuts off. So once you are done at night, it just turns off. When you wake up in the morning, the water is gone and it's gone and it's ready for the next day. Yes, Kendra, you do. There are, let's see here. Yes. There are oils to stay away from when you are breastfeeding. So what I'm going to do, Kendra, if I can, I'm going to put up, so Sharon, essential oils at gmail.com. That is my email address. So if you can email me your questions, not too versed yet how I can kind of pull that up really quick, but I have lots of resources, and I have a whole side of my team that are labor and delivery nursing nurses, and they use essential oils all the time. And the girl I was telling you about who's using frankincense to help her come out of her third baby postpartum. She's the one who just gave birth, so her little girl now is, I don't even think she's maybe 5 months now. So she definitely, I have reliable resources of people who have used essential oils all through pregnancy and all after breastfeeding. So I will get that to you. If you could just shoot me an email saying, hey, it's Kendra from the online class, and I'll get that back to you and send you the information. And if there's no other questions, then I'm going to do. Now, what I am going to do right now is you can, now this is the best part. I couldn't believe that I booked this class a couple weeks ago as I was preparing for it. This starter kit, I took out those 2 oils, and in the starter kit you get a Thieves Hand Purifier. So it's not, it's waterless. You get some Ningxia Red. This is amazing energy drink, so awesome. You get some little bottles that you can make your own little blends out of or share with family and friends. And you get, remember I said Panaway was a great oil to rub on your muscles? Well, you can take off the lid of this and you take out the rubber stopper, the little rubber plastic stopper, and you can make it into an instant roller ball. So you just plop that in. I actually can't click it down, so I just do it with the lid. And voila, now this has become a roll-on. So you can just roll it on and apply it to your muscles wherever they're aching, the back of your neck. So you get that in your kit. And the diffuser and the kit right now until midnight tonight. So we have 3 hours and 20 minutes to put an order in. It's on sale for 10% off. So that makes it $179.78. That's Canadian dollars. And I am going to throw in an additional $20 if you use my membership number to enroll, which is 203-8002. And that's my membership, that's my referral number. So when you log into www.youngliving.com and you go to register, it'll ask you for a member referral number. And that is what you are going to use. And that will give you an instant 24% off of all your orders of all your oils. You'll never pay retail price. And it'll put you into my team, and you'll get to work with me and all my other friends. That we have some Facebook groups that we talk about oils all the time because we're just a little bit obsessed. And look at how easy that was to pop off. So you can get it, put your roller bottle onto another thing if you want. Put that back in. So if you were referred to this class online by someone else, you're more than welcome to go back to them. I'm not sure what promotions they have, but you only have until midnight to get the starter kit on sale. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. I'm going to end the meeting now, and I'll share it later if I can. Hopefully it recorded and everything went well. All right. Thanks, you guys. Good night. I gotta know how to get out of here. Okay.